That's, you said it best, you know, coming into it, I'm like, thought to myself, last year I made this team, ran 3:35 in the final, felt good, you know, just barely lost to Leo, and that was with like 6 weeks of not even, you know, being hurt, getting surgery, and I look at this year, everything was great, stronger. I'm thinking to myself, like, what do I have anything to be nervous about? I'm in great shape. If things go according to plan, I want to, like, literally in my head I said dominate this final, and that's what I set out to do. And you know, I didn't really glance back, but from what my assistant coach says, that, you know, that last 50 is what I did. So definitely want to make a statement heading to Worlds. I'm in great shape, and I'm definitely looking forward to improving on my bronze medal finish.
Matthew, you're the master of space management. You're always where you need to be on the track. Was this race a special challenge for that?
No, you know, coming into this this race, we knew it was going to be slow. I mean, look at the women's race, even before the women's race went off, and you know, we even entertained the idea of me being in dead last, just the first few laps, getting out of things, and so we didn't really have a set plan coming into it. I just waited for everything to unfold, and once I got up to the front there, I was at the point of just not letting anyone by me, and that's how it ended up being. So, but no, I had a few strategies going into this one.
Centro, you said an 800 PR just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Is this as good as the most fit we've ever seen you?
Absolutely. I mean, like I said after the prelim, I'm most strong I've ever been, fastest I've ever been. So I mean, really right now I'm firing on all kinds of cylinders, and knock on wood, I stay healthy leading up to Moscow, and you know, I've had some consistent training. Alberto's been really able to push me hard in practice. I've been, you know, killing workouts, staying healthy, and that's what all you can ask for in the sport. And I just want to come out here and show all the hard work that I've been putting in, and you know, I just want to be rewarded, and that's what happened.
Sounds like a light year difference from last year.
You know, yeah, coming into the trials was, I'm not going to say stressful, but it was an unknown with the way I was racing leading up to it. You know, I was getting 4th, 5th at like some Canadian meets and other races. And coming into this one, you know, it was hard to show how fit I was in pre with the caliber, and those guys are in different, you know, timing of the year I am in, and you know, I knew I was capable of, at that 351 I was probably like a 350, 349 race away. I was out in lane 2, 3. I just came from altitude and things weren't clicking yet, and you know, it's hard to hit every race hard, and we pointed to the US Championships and later in the summer instead of pre, and so coming into here, you know, I wanted to show, you know, what I really was capable of, and I think I did so.
Was London motivating to you at all?
You know, I get that question a lot, and I think if I would have won, if I wouldn't have made the final, I would have left it just as motivated. I mean, I always look for ways to be motivated, and obviously, you know, being on the podium would have been a great feat at the Olympics, but you know, coming away 4th with what I went through last year was a win anyways, and so I just got to take it. You know, like the year before I finished 3rd, and someone else had to finish 4th, so I wasn't. I'm sure that guy was the same. So someone has to finish 4th. Unfortunately, it was me, but you know, move on.
Is what Mary Kane is doing under Alberto motivating? Are you catching that vibe?
A little bit. You know, we'll do some sprint stuff and workouts, and if I don't run fast, they'll tell me Mary ran faster earlier, so she you know, definitely motivates me to run faster in practice, and then Trenier is just killing it in the weight room, and so then I come into my weightlift sessions, and our strength guy would be like, Trenier lifted 50 more pounds than you today, and I'm just like, oh great, losing to Mary there, losing to Trenier here. So now, I mean, our team, you know, had probably one of the best meets it's ever had at a US Championship, and you know, that goes all to our whole staff, from Alberto to Pete Julian, our strength coach Dave, Darren Treasure, our sports psychologist. I mean, we just have everyone's just been consistently healthy and has been putting in good work, and it just doesn't just go for one person; it goes to the whole staff.
Matt, when you're at pre, and you say guys are a little bit ahead of you, and you have a little slow of a race, and you're coming out from altitude, is it ever frustrating? Is there like, man, Alberto, like, I'm starting to get worried here. I need to start running fast.
I wouldn't say I ever was worried, but definitely after pre, I had the discussion where I was like, I wanted to be at the point where I'm good enough to, even when we're coming from altitude and in the middle of our training, to still compete with Asbel Kiprop and Kiplagat at these Diamond League meets. And I'm just not that strong yet. You know, I have to pick and choose when I want to. I can't start the season off with 351 and expect to be in September running 348 miles. You know what I mean? I have to progress to that point, and so I have to take my licks early on in the year and just know that, keep the faith that I'm going to be running well when Alberto and our group is, you know, pointing towards. So,
do you think? Are you surprised that that people had doubt in Leo
coming into US Championships? I don't know who doubted Leo. I never did. I mean, I had a what was it, Runner's World interview about a week and a half, 2 weeks out and they asked me, you know, who are some people that I was worried about or, you know, thought that I could compete. And first person I listened was Leo. I mean, like, when he's qualified so many times at U.S. Championships, when he beat me last year at the trials and at the Olympics, it's hard to discredit anyone like that. So I'm not sure who doubted him. I definitely didn't. You know, I didn't doubt anyone in that final. So I mean, it was just. I think it went expected. All the top contenders. I think Lopez got third, and you know that was I think the top guys coming into it. Those are the two guys I definitely was telling the Runner's World guy about.
Kiprop got, you know, guys like the Gloopy that you mentioned earlier. How do we get on that stage? How do you latch on and run fast?
You know, it's a different type of phase. I mean, when you're talking about running fast, you mean Diamond League meets or at World Championships?
Running like Aspel Kiprop fast.
I think it just comes with strength. You know, I mean, he has 143 speed, I have 145 speed. I just have to work on that. He could probably win a lot of big-time cross-country races. I'm not there yet. I have to work on everything. I have to work on my strength as much as I have to work on my speed. And with Alberto, he's been doing both of that. You know, having the 10K guys, Galen, Dathan, Luke, all those Mo to train with, and then coming down, and I've been, you know, running faster than I ever have at with Oregon. I mean, I'm just hitting all kinds of different sides of the spectrum. So I just have to keep working on my strength and my speed. And with age, I think I'll start to. When I hit my prime, I'll be able to. The plan is to compete with those guys, you know, even later in the summer.
Matt, 2000.
What's going through your head at this point in the race?
I'm just looking straight at the finish. I'm not even looking around. I'm thinking, you know, pump the arms, get to the finish line. You know, I felt like I glanced back 200 to go, and I felt like I was dominating those guys at that point, and I just wanted to keep putting the hammer down. I mean, I'm in great shape coming into it, and like I said earlier in the interview, I definitely wanted to make a statement, and so.
Do you think you're a little bit more relaxed than the other guys again?
You know what though? My face right there, like grimacing, that's probably the most you'll ever see me. I was definitely digging down. Normally my face is even more relaxed than that, so it's good to show that I'm actually working pretty hard right there.
Matt, we're talking about intermediate speed, and you jumped to 146s at Portland. Do you think where do you think your ceiling is in the 800?
You know, hopefully, you know, obviously with my 148, I would like to dip down to in the 144s. Who knows? You know, if I keep working on it, maybe 143s. I can't imagine going any faster than that. But you know, Kiprop has a 143 PR. Alan Webb back in the day ran 143. So I mean, it shows that the top milers, when they're in their prime or when they're running really, really well, they're able to run about 143, 144. So. You know, I'd like to get down there, but you know, we'll see. Just take it one year at a time. And
you mentioned it's in their prime. You think this is your prime?
I'm sorry.
You mentioned athletes or milers in their prime. You think this is your prime?
No. Of course not.
So we got time.
I'm not waiting for my prime though. Every year I'm gonna try milking out as much as I have.
Matt, 2011, you kind of got an unexpected, you know, bronze medal there, just out of college. Now, you know, you've done that. You've been fourth at the Olympics. How's your mindset different as far as expectations going into Moscow?
Well, you know, I'm definitely when I get to those championships, you know, those guys aren't looking at me like, who's this guy? Like after the semi at Worlds, you know, when I won that heat, I remember everyone just glancing over at me like, who is this guy? So I definitely, you know, having the experience that I've had now over the last 2 years, I'll take that with me. And you know, going into these major championships now, it's more of like a like, okay, I've been here, I know what to do kind of mindset, instead of like, this is my first time, let's have fun with it. So it's a different mindset, and you know, hopefully it proves to have me consistent top finishes.
All right, well, good luck, Moscow.